Welcome to another Clash of Clans video. I am Hugleik, and today I will present to you a power ranking of the clans in CWL Apex after 3 rounds in Season 4. First off, a little disclaimer. I have made this power ranking based on the war stats for each individual war and the wars combined only for the 3 first rounds in Season 4 of CWL Apex. I have looked on each clan's performances and how well they have done against each other, but mainly the ranking is based on wins, star count and overall stats. I have not talked to any other clans or considered special circumstances for each war or a specific clan, but only objective statistics provided from the website warmatch.us and done some own calculations based on those stats. All of the comments on each clan and war are my own opinion, made up based on looking on those stats. Last off, I have to mention that I myself is part of Stian. I have tried my best to still keep my opinion on Stian as objective as I can and only base my review on the stats. Okay, with that out of the way, what are we going to look at in this video? First off, I will rank all the 24 clans in CWL Apex from bottom to top and give my opinion on each clan. At the end of the video, we will also take a look at the current division standings and which 12 clans would have made it to playoffs based on the standings after week 3. Now, let's just get on with the rankings. At number 24, we got Xenobiotics. Xenobiotics has not had a good start of the season. They have lost all of the 3 first wars with quite high numbers. They have a -16 in star count, and they have not played against the strongest clans yet. Their average hit rate on 10v10 is only 3.8%, and their Town Hall 10s have actually only 3-starred 1 Town Hall 10 base in all of the 3 first wars. They have hit rates that are far below average on all other attacks as well. Although there is still 8 wars left of the season, Xenobiotics has to really up their game quickly if they want to have a shot at playoffs. At number 23, we have Myanmar Clasher. Myanmar Clasher has also struggled in their 3 first wars. After losing the first war against Plymouth Clan with 2 stars, they lost with 9 stars against old rivals in week 2 and with 6 stars against TD Perseverance in week 3. Although their Town Hall 9s did a very good job against TD with a hit rate over 65%, their hit rates on Town Hall 10s are far below average. Even if they can keep up their Town Hall 9 game, they really have to improve their Town Hall 10s if they want to keep hope of playing in playoffs. At 22, we have CRO Legion. Although CRO Legion has the strongest 9v9 hit rates in all of CWL Apex with an average hit rate of 73.2%, and they still have no dip fails from their Town Hall 11s, their Town Hall 10 game is not good enough. CRO Legion only have 2 wars in the league so far, but they have lost both of them. They showed some improvements in their last war against old rivals, but they still have a long way to go to compete with the stronger clans. At number 21, we got Chaos Hammer. Chaos Hammer was really unlucky and lost on percentages in their 2 first wars against Asylums Fare and the Shaunies. They didn't manage to improve on their game against CWC Brawlers in week 3 and lost with quite poor Town Hall 10 play. Chaos Hammer showed some good Town Hall 10 play in week 2 against the Shaunies, so I would not be surprised if they come up with their first win in one of the first wars after the bye week. At number 20, we got Warbears. Warbears' stats obviously suffers after they met 3 very strong clans in their first 3 wars. Crunch Time, Dark Looters Y, and Reddit Elefino are all very difficult clans to beat. The stats show that Warbears also struggles with their Town Hall 10 play, and if they're going to get their first win, they have to work especially on their 10v10 hits. But I do think that we will see Warbears higher on the rankings in the weeks to come. At number 19, we have Plymouth Clan. Plymouth Clan did a decent job and won their first war against Myanmar Clasher, but lost quite a lot against Göteborgs Kreega in week 2 and against DreamStealers in week 3. The stats show that they are really struggling against Town Hall 11s, and in the 2 last wars they had one 10v11 2-star in 16 attempts, and they did not manage to pull off a single 11v11 3-star from their 7 attempts in week 2 and 3. They really have to improve on this if they want to stay in the fight for the 12 playoff spots. At number 18 we have Black Apple. Black Apple started off the season with a convincing win against North Awakens, but sadly they did not follow up in week 2 and 3. They lost with 2 stars against Warmasters in week 2, followed by a 10-star loss against Stian in week 3. Black Apple has average hit rates on their attacks, but struggles defensively. If they can find back their confidence from week 1, they have a good chance of improving on their current standing. At number 17 we have TD Perseverance. Like CRO Legion, TD Perseverance only have 2 wars so far in the season. They lost their first war against Russian Empire, but hit back with a 6-star win against Myanmar Clasher in week 3. The hit rates in the war against Myanmar Clasher was good, with 3 10v10 triples and a Town Hall 11 triple. It will be interesting to see if TD can keep up the good hit rates against stronger clans. At number 16 we have Warmasters. Although Warmasters Town Hall 11s look very strong in attack, they are too easily 2-starred by opposing Town Hall 10s. Their 11s only defended against half of the Town Hall 10 attacks, and this should sound the alarm to Warmasters base builders. They lost in week 1 against Stian and went on to win against Black Apple before they lost again to North Awakens in week 3. If they fix their Town Hall 11 defenses, they might improve on the rankings in the following weeks. At number 15 we have DreamStealers. DreamStealers lost their first war against Reddit Delfino on percentages, but was crushed by Dibalas in the week 2 war. They did pull off a victory against Plymouth Clan in week 3, but the stats in the war was not convincing. Their 10s does a decent job against 11s, but they really struggle against other 10s. If they don't improve on this, they will soon be out of the loop for playoffs. At number 14, we have CWC Brawlers. CWC Brawlers has improved throughout the season, from a clear defeat in week 1 against the Shaunies, through a close 1-star defeat against Asylums Fare in week 2, to a decent victory against Chaos Hammer in week 3. They have okay average hit rates, and in the last war they did a very good job on the 10v11s with a hit rate on 66.7%. If they keep improving, they might just manage to get to the playoffs. At number 13 we have Göteborgs Kreega. Although Göteborgs Kreega has lost 2 wars against Dark Looters Y in week 1 and against Dibalas in week 3, their average hit rates show that they are a clan to watch out for. They have hit rates above average on all Town Hall levels, and in week 2 against Plymouth Clan, they pulled off 8 10v10 triples in addition to 2 Town Hall 11 triples. I think Göteborgs Kreega will climb on the ranking in the wars to come. At number 12 we have Asylums Fare. Asylums Fare had some close wins against weaker clans in the 2 first wars of the season, but were put in place by the Shaunies in week 3. Their Town Hall 10s did a decent job against the Shaunies Town Hall 11s, but they did strategically bad calls and missed 3 11v11 attacks. A 10v10 hit rate on 17.6% is also not good enough to fight in the top of the league. At number 11 we have Russian Empire. Russian Empire have 2 strong wins against TD Perseverance and Xenobiotics, but was beaten by Crunch Time in a 1-star defeat in week 2. They have good average hit rates overall, and their 10s does a particularly good job against opposing Town Hall 11s. Their Town Hall 11s also seem strong with a 100% hit rate on the dip attacks. If Russian Empire keep up this performance, playoffs are within their grasp. So let's look at the top 10. And at number 10, I got Dark Looters Y. Dark Looters Y has 2 wins and 1 loss in the 3 first rounds of CWL Apex. They came from a win against Xenobiotics Kreega in week 1, but struggled with their 10v10s in week 2 against Pinoy Violator MP and took a 1-star loss. In week 3, they hit back with a 4-star strong win against Warbears. They have very strong stats all over, but have to improve on their 10v10s if they want to go all the way to the top. Pinoy Violators MP is number 9. Pinoy Violators MP got through the first 2 weeks with wins both against Xenobiotics and Dark Looters Y. In week 3, however, they met a very strong Reddit Elefino and had to take a 1-star loss. Their stats are not very impressive given their current ranking, but at the end of the day, it's the victories that counts. They must, however, improve their Town Hall 10 game dramatically if they want to stay at top 10 throughout the season. At number 8, we have Crunch Time. Crunch Time looked very strong in the 2 first wars, especially in week 2 where they took on Russian Empire and delivered 8 10v10 triples and 2 Town Hall 11 triples. They won the war by 1 star and went straight up in the lead in Archer Division. In week 3, however, they lost against Born as Ghosts and had a catastrophic performance on their Town Hall 10 play. They might just had a bad day, and perhaps they will strike back hard against Stian in week 4. And at number 7, we got Stian. Stian really struggled in the first 2 wars, both with their 9s and 10s performances. Flawless effort from their 11s kept them in the game, and they managed to get a win against Warmasters, but lost against North Awakens in week 2. Then something happened. They took on CWL Invite favorite Warzone 68 in a midweek random and came out on top. And in week 3, they beat Black Apple with as much as 10 stars, the highest win in the league, and delivered 7 10v10 triples and a Town Hall 11 triple. 1 war is not enough though, and they still have to work hard on their Town Hall 10s to reach the top. At rank 6, we have North Awakens. After losing against Black Apple in week 1, the North has really awakened. They beat Stian in week 2 and Warmasters in week 3, both with 86 to 85 stars. North Awakens delivers slightly better than average hit rates, and their 11s deliver consistently on their dip attacks. Like many others, they probably has to score a bit higher with their Town Hall 10s to win against the best clans later in the season. At number 5, we have Born as Ghost. Born as Ghost started off the season with a 2-star loss against old rivals, but came back in the 2 following weeks with wins over Xenobiotics and Crunch Time. Their 9s and 11s seems very strong, and their 10s a little above average. Their 2 win streak probably has made them hungry for more, so I would watch out for Born as Ghost in the top 5 also after week 4. At number 4, we have the Shaunies. The Shaunies are still undefeated in CWL Apex Season 4. With 3 wins in a row, they have established themselves as one of the top clans in the league, although they have the lowest average stats of the undefeated clans. Their win against Chaos Hammer in week 2 was on percentages, and they were not overpowering CWC Brawlers or Asylums Fare either. It will be very interesting to see if the Shaunies can keep up their streak in the coming wars. At number 3, we have Reddit Elefino. Although Reddit Elefino also is undefeated this far in Season 4, they neither has shown themselves as very overpowered against clans that they are expected to dominate. They won on percentages in their first war against DreamStealers, and only won by 1 star both against Warbears and Pinoy Violator MP. The next wars will show if Reddit Elefino will be fighting for the top position or if they will be degraded on the ranking. At number 2, we have Old Rivals. Old Rivals might seem unbeatable at the moment, but they have not yet met the best clans in the league. They have, however, put up quite impressive average stats and has won all of the 3 wars. They beat Born as Ghosts in the first war and went on to crush Myanmar Clashers with 9 stars in week 2, and in week 3 CRO Legion was their victim. It will be very interesting to see who comes out on top when the Shaunies, old rivals, and Reddit Elefino is going to fight it off for the win in Barbarian Division. And at number 1, I have Dibalas. After week 3, it is not easy to see who is going to threaten Dibalas' position as the strongest clan. They have 3 very convincing victories and seems very strong both on offense and in defense. If they can keep up their performances, they are a clear candidate for playoffs and maybe to win all of CWL Apex. It is still 8 wars to go, so many things can happen in the following weeks. But after week 3, Dibalas is in my opinion the strongest clan in CWL Apex. Now let's finish off with a quick look at the current division standings and which clans who would have played playoffs based on the results of the 3 first weeks in the season. In Barbarian Division, both Reddit Elefino, the Shaunies, and Old Rivals are fighting for the top position. There will only be one division winner going to the playoffs, so it's going to be very interesting to see how these 3 clans perform against each other in the following weeks. In Archer Division, there is also a very close race between 4 clans. North Awakens, Crunch Time, Russian Empire, and Stian, all of them with 2 wins and 1 loss, are fighting for that top position. But I would certainly not write off Gönteborg's Kreega, which seem very strong at the moment and definitely want to have their saying in the fight for division winner. In Giant Division, Dibalas has a confident grab on that top position. At the moment, it seems like Born as Ghost is the only clan that can threaten Dibalas for the division win, but there is still lots of rounds left and this could change in the following wars. Lastly, in Goblin Division, Pinoy Violator MP, Asylums Fare, and Dark Looters Y is evenly on the top with 2 wins and 1 loss each. But TD Perseverance has definitely not given up to give the 3 a hard fight for the division win. Based on the results in the 3 first wars, this would be the 12 playoff clans. Reddit Elefino, North Awakens, Dibalas, and Pinoy Violator MP would go to the playoffs as division winners. The 8 wildcard clans to playoffs would, based on their standings, be the Shaunies, Old Rivals, Crunch Time, Russian Empire, Stian, Born as Ghosts, Asylums Fare, and Dark Looters Y. And that sums up this week's power ranking for CWL Apex Season 4. Next week, I will put up a video with my predictions for the 12 wars in CWL Apex Week 4, so make sure you check that out. And I will upload power rankings every Tuesday after the wars and my predictions for the coming wars every Thursday. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and put the notifications on so you don't miss anything from CWL Apex Season 4. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and if you have your own opinion on the clans in CWL Apex, you're welcome to place a comment. But that was it for today. Peace out and clash on.